So, I am going to first of all say Happy New Year, and this is going to be the best year yet for you moving forward. And also, whatever you want to do or whatever you're planning on doing, you're going to achieve every single thing because you're not going to be inconsistent and you're going to be patient at your growth or on your growth. Whatever you want to do, you're just going to take your time. Don't rush anything. What am I talking about inconsistency in what I said the first time? Well, when it comes to inconsistency, I think I'm the number one candidate because I was really inconsistent with a lot of things. For example, I love to write, okay? And I had a blog. I created a blog that was during COVID, and it was really doing well. But at the beginning, it wasn't necessarily doing well. But the passion, the stories I was telling, because I love to tell stories, not the typical way. I'm actually the one that created the raw conversations with the Niger girl. I'm the girl that created that blog. If you want to check it out, feel free. If you don't want to check it out, feel free. So I went on writing different stories, blogging about it, and eventually I started, or the blog started to get traffic. People were now talking about it. People were now, then all of a sudden, I think it wasn't now, the pace was not so slow. Then the next thing I did was to ditch it because I felt like it wasn't yielding anything again. And mind you, I didn't even get anything financial from it. It was more of passion for me. Like I said, I love to write. I love to tell stories in an unconventional way. I'm a writer, but at the same time, it's not necessarily how people write. My own kind of writing is I'm just going to say it's a gift from God. So, I gave up on the blog. Then, when it comes to podcasting, jeez, I'm a huge fan. Getting my voice out there on topics, whatever it may be. And I've always loved it. I've really always loved it. But the thing again is, I was inconsistent. I didn't continue with it. As usual, I lacked patience. Inconsistency was something that I was going through. Then I paused. Now, it got to the point where I had so many podcasts. Like I said, I love podcasting. Like I'm a huge fan of podcast. So creating one was something I've always pictured in my head I was going to do. Then I went about doing it and it was really nice. Then I gave up. Then I started YouTube where very passionate as usual, created the intro, the outro. Then before I know it, I stopped because I wasn't getting views for those videos. It really affected my mental health and it just made me give up. So I ran. Now, after a while, after some years, I now started to hear those my intros and my outros in other people's YouTube channels. Like, it's so amazing. Even the podcast I mentioned to you guys earlier on, some people were sounding where I was sounding. It blew my mind. I was not like, I got to that reasoning, like, assuming I did not give up, assuming I did not give up, assuming I was consistent regardless of the ups and downs, I still continued. I could have been one of the best podcasters. My podcast would have been making such impact. My blogs would have been making such impact in people's lives because at the time they were actually making impact. But the growth was very slow, particularly with YouTube. Extremely slow. And me being the human being that I was, I think giving up was way better in calming my nerves than being consistent with it. With so much passion, together with consistency, plus patience. And these three Okay, I had the passion, but consistency, no, I didn't have it as a gift, it was a skill. So why am I saying all of these things to each and every one of you? I'm saying this to tell you that you're not going to be the first, neither will you be the last. That was in one way or another, you were inconsistent and you lacked patience, particularly in any field, whether in arts, in your content creation journey, because I'm going to consider myself a content creator, beg your pardon. I was really passionate about all of this audio, writing. Then I started YouTube, still wasn't yielding the way I would have wanted it. And I'm not going to sit down here and say that, well, it's because I wasn't exposed, but that's a factor. Exposed to the right information, that's a factor. But I try as much as I can now to not blame it on all of that. But it's possible that was it. So I'm saying all of this to you because if you're currently in your content creation journey and it's not yielding as it should, the views are low, the engagement 0 or even 1, very low, and you're like, what the hell, I'm not going to do this again, I'm not going to waste my time. Girl, my guy, instead of running, instead of giving up, why don't you continue to improve yourself, continue to see it as a way of improving yourself, improving your craft, improving what God has brought inside of you, or what God has put inside of you. You get whatever it may be, because everything God puts inside of us is all with a purpose, right? And in my own case, I just didn't really know what my purpose was at the beginning, and it's something that I struggled with for a very, really, really long time. But it's still not late. Whether you're inconsistent or whatever, it shows you're human. So you can't and you will not run. You will not keep on running, because when you keep on running, whatever you're running from is still in the front waiting for you. That's what I learned. That's what inconsistency and lack of patience nearly ruined me, because I just did not understand the concept of journey. You are on a journey. You have to go through the process. It's not about just only getting the result. You have to enjoy the process. That process, you have to enjoy, no matter how long it takes. And I know talking about this might sound like, what is she even saying? Is it because she's getting... No, that's not it. I'm going to buttress more about this, of how I turned this around in a particular year. I'm going to tell you all about that. Anyway, let me know what this did to you, what you got from this. So don't forget, I'm a huge fan of yours. I am rooting for you. Inconsistency and lack of patience is not for you. It's not for you moving forward. This January 1st, you're starting this, whatever you want to do, with full force, with passion, with focus, holding on to God tightly, and going on with whatever you want to do. Whether you're having low views or no views at all, the passion continues, the impact continues, and babes, we're gonna get there together. So that's basically what I want to say here. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video. I'm sure it was very helpful to you, or not. I know it was, and I'll see you in another time.